Greetings one and all to the most cursed, most cringiest corner of the internet. A YouTube channel content creator actively alienating everyone in both the analog and digital world. Well, welcome and good evening, wonderful dice of all alignments. I am Lunar D8. And I didn't even know YouTube had its own channel. I mean, I guess that makes sense. It's their site. But it was kind of odd to see a video that's actually posted by YouTube itself. I mean, that makes sense. You would think that. I just never thought to actually search the channel tab for YouTube itself of YouTube. It's like searching Google at Google. It's something that, definitely there would be wow, I can't talk. There would definitely be Google results for Google. It's just something you wouldn't really think to do. But yeah. I went and posted that, well, not posted, but shared the one video so you guys can see it, because that way if you guys are considering doing YouTube videos yourself, you're at least aware of a little bit more of the YouTube copyright stuff. Now that being said, I've always tried to work to at least some degree, to the best of my ability, of the YouTube's rules. Now, I don't ever plan to get monetized or make a cent from this channel in any way. I never plan to have sponsors or Patreon or Super Chats, any kind of ads. I'm just a random guy who likes rambling at his computer, and I like Let's Play community. So, I make Let's Plays. I'm not going to try to pretend they're good. My commentary is annoying and cringy, and I will probably bore you guys, and I do terrible karaoke, where it's just epilepsy for your ears. Now, this video here is currently blocked. I'm working on trying to mute parts of it, so eventually you'll see it, but like 90+% of the video will be muted. Not that you're missing much, it's just me yelling and screaming at the video game. That's, like I said, recently got a copyright strike, which I hopefully should be able to get removed from the channel for a game called Punchline for the PS4. So, but you guys will probably never have a chance to actually see that video, but you guys can always check that game out if you want. So, it's still kind of odd though. But I guess, it's like some game companies don't want you actually have the footage of the game on the internet. It's like, that's fine. Though, a normal person would, stop the video, delete, restart, and try to make this sound better, because I know I'm doing a horrible job of explaining anything, and I just sound annoying to everyone. But I should just delete the video. But this is why people write scripts. This is why a person should just write a script. That way I can just have some concise little version of, like, here's a nice, suitable way that people are going to get, like, in 30 seconds, some bite of information. I don't know. And now I'm just spacing out. I'm just not even paying attention to my own video. Like I said, there are a couple videos that you won't see in most places. That's fine. Like, that's to be expected. Honestly, it's kind of surprised I don't have more stuff, partially blocked. Though, it was just kind of odd to get an actual copyright strike. Because, in the past, I did a thing with a creepypasta video where they asked me to take it down, and I took it down. I was like, okay, I understand. If you don't want the video on YouTube, that's understandable. Because like I said, I've always tried to at least abide by YouTube's rules, at least to the understanding of what I understand of them. Though if YouTube disagrees with me, just let me know. I don't know. I'm making YouTube sound like a bad guy in this video, and I'm not trying to do that. Apparently I can't talk and scroll through these videos at the same time. I would like to say I'm good at multitasking, but apparently I'm not good at multitasking. Or being charismatic, I guess. What's funny with this video here, I look over here at my view counter where my arrow, like I know you guys can't see. This video was published March 4th of 2022. It has one view. It has one view. One single view. I'm pretty sure that's like some bot that checks for copyrights or something. Not that it's a problem, it's still public. I'm not even sure what the copyright's for at the moment. Oh yeah, I tried sprinting a lot, and that was... But again, like I said, I at least try to follow YouTube's rules. For example, I post a video with the Bestia mod, but of course I use the Safe for Work version. It's still big, jiggly anime titties, but, you know, it's the Safe for Work version. You know, I don't post nudity, or at least try not to, on the channel, though there are a couple videos where I've had to actually try to edit it because I'm like, oh shit, because, you know, all of a sudden things occur in the video and I'm like, oh, I was not expecting this, and it's like, okay, let me learn how to... And I've used the YouTube editor to like put little blurring windows over things to try to make it safe. Heck, I've seen a video by Markiplier where he did like the orc massage thing. It was hilarious. But of course, I think it's Nixian or something. His editor like probably had to work double time in order to like do all that stuff, because I was like, oh god. But it's just, you know, simple. Like, no, I don't think boobs count as nudity, but you know, YouTube and things would disagree on that. But I at least understand that. As far as copyrights, it's not like I'm posting a video that belongs to someone else and saying it's mine. It's pretty clear that, hey, I don't own the video game Hades. I don't even know what this is a copyright for on this. Is it the music from Hades? Did I play music with this? I know sometimes I've like played the radio in the background as just background music to listen to. Which, again, that's understandable. I don't own the music, but I never said that I own like System of a Down. Pretty clear about that. I'm basically saying, hey, I'm a random guy on the internet. Listen to this song by System of a Down. It sounds awesome. I didn't make it. I never said I did make it. I never... Bunny. I still say the music video for Safety Dance is like the alternate ending to, what is it? Revenge of the Sith, you know, Star Wars 3. You know, if Anakin hadn't turned to the dark side. But yeah, all things considered, I really can't complain. And I'm not trying to make YouTube sound like a bad guy. Or sound like a bitch. But, yeah, only thing consists of my channel is lack of professionalism. I'm just in the middle of a sentence and I just like start stretching and yawning and trying to, like, I'm just stretching my back. Maybe I should like drink caffeine before I started this video. Because I'm just like, I woke up and I'm like, I'm still sleepy. And again, I'm just spacing out as I just scroll through this. Yeah, I apparently can't multitask worth a shit. And again, like you see, most of these videos are still public, which I'm cool with. Some are partially blocked, which I think probably counts for most of the world. I really don't, like it. Sometimes lists the region, sometimes doesn't. But I assume that if it's says partially blocked, that no one can see the video. Not that, honestly, like I said, not that anybody would want to watch these videos, because, like I said, I understand my videos are very boring, and that I really don't do anything interesting in my videos. I never planned to be a good YouTube channel. I just planned to be a channel. I'm just a random guy rambling at his computer. It's not like I have to worry about some sort of brand, like, oh, I want companies to, like, Doritos and Pepsi to sponsor me. Though I do sometimes eat and drink that stuff during videos because I'm fat. Like, this one's actually blocked. Blocked worldwide. But I think I still have this one saved in my computer. That's a good thing with an audio-only file where it's just a still image, is that it doesn't take up that much space on the computer. But like some video games, like Curved Space, some of those can be like 30 gigabytes. I'm like, what the fuck? I do like this picture a lot. It's from a hentai game. I don't think I'm allowed to say the name of the hentai game, though. I don't think YouTube would be okay with that. And in general, I try to avoid... Like, I've always at least tried to avoid violating the rules of YouTube. Basically, I'm not posting nudity or violence or... Wow. I really shouldn't be struggling to try to think of what YouTube's rules are at the moment. Probably explains why I have an issue with the copyright system. It's like, oh yeah, can you explain what YouTube's rules are? Don't post videos of people fucking. And real life violent things, I guess. Or post a video saying it's yours. Like, oh yeah, here's a music video. I totally produced that. Yeah. No, I never said I made the video. A lot of times I'll share videos that I made by other people. Like, I'll just click save to playlist because I'm like, hey, I saw this video. It looked really cool. I want other people to also watch this video and give this other person views. And it's not like I'm ever going to make a cent from this channel. Though, honestly, imagine if you were cuddling this girl, you'd get, like, accidentally stabbed in the head. Because, I don't know. I make jokes about giving people head pats and stuff. Spike. I actually do think I did a pretty good job in this one. 24 views. Posted June 5th, 2021. 24 views. That's hilarious. It's like, at that point I'm like, it's like, how did I even get the copyright if no one even knows the video exists? Like, most of these videos have less than 10 views. And by most, I mean 90% of them. Like I said, I never planned to be a good YouTuber. In any way. I never had any intention from the very start to ever make a cent off of this game. Off of this YouTube. Wow. Like I said, this is why most people, would probably write, a script. I mean, here's the thing. I've already rambled on for close to 15 minutes. But yeah, I've at least tried to abide by YouTube's rules, and I understand where YouTube's coming from. I wouldn't want anybody to give YouTube any grief about anything. If anything, I'm just this video trying to mention to people that okay. One, I'm trying to say that I'm going to try harder to follow the YouTube's policies. Grantedly, like I said, this is just a very obsessive hobby for me. This is just like Resident Evil 7, the thing where you see like the collage made of dead cow parts and various shapes. It's probably an unhealthy hobby that's obsessive, but it's not like you ever plan to make money off it. It's not like, yes, I've made a sculpture with dead cows. I'm going to sell it now. Like, no, you know no one's ever going to buy this. Like, I know my videos are shit. Scroll down just a little bit. Yep. Terrible cover of Superman. Oh, wait. Oh, Need for Speed Most Wanted. I made Sonic the Hedgehog jokes in that one. Sonic. I like Sonic the Hedgehog. I remember playing a lot of Sonic the Hedgehog even as a kid. But I don't even know what the point of this bit. Like, I just fuck. But on the one hand, I'm trying to like. I shared that one video from YouTube in the playlist too. It's like the YouTube copy infringement. But the thing is this: it's Happy Tree Friends that are used as an educational thing. And there was even someone else who made a video talking about that like 8 years ago. I came across, and I was just like, it's like, huh. But hey, I'm like, okay, maybe it'd be useful for other people to see this video. That way, if other people are planning to make YouTube videos, okay, maybe you'll run into less issues of copyrights than me. At no point is this concise. Basically, the whole point of this video is I at least wanted people to know that, hey, there are going to be some videos that you guys won't see. And more than likely, as time goes on, especially as people actually know my channel exists, which may or may not ever even happen, I'm probably going to get more copyright issues as time goes on. So more than likely, I will probably have videos removed from my channel at a faster rate than I would ever be putting them on. So that's just the way it is. It's, like I said, for a person to actually using YouTube as a career, you know, being demonetized would, or, you know, because it's how the people pay their rent. Me, this is just a hobby. I don't make any money off this. I am never going to make any money off this. I'm never going to be sponsored or even accept donations. I just enjoy Let's Plays. I enjoy music and singing. And I'm just trying to be a part of the community. That's pretty much all it is. I'm trying to make Let's Play videos, but I know they're terrible. And, you know, again, I don't really edit shit. I mean, one, I'm not going to spend that much time on it because I'm not trying to make some sort of finalized, pretty product to sell to people. To be like, hey, here's this amazing video that's going to be constant laughs and shit. No, it's just, I'm a guy who gets off work. I crack open a can of Barks root beer. I sit in my bedroom on a metal folding chair with my laptop on another metal folding chair on top of my bed. Turn on my computer, turn on a video game, turn on OBS, push record, and just play the game. And that's it. Sometimes I'll have a radio or a CD playing in the background. Again, probably a copyright issue. But not trying to make it a copyright issue. It's just, I just wanted to listen to music. It's kind of like the Steamwood Forest Part 1 thing. It was a magical Madoka girl princess, like the soundtrack of the Steam Workshop. I've played 1,000 hours of Binding of Isaac Repentance on this laptop for the past 2 years, since Repentance came out. I am tired of listening to the same music over and over again. Edmund, it's not bad music. The music you did for The Binding of Isaac is actually very good. But I've listened to it so much. I am tired of listening to the same music over and over. At this point, I'm like, I feel like it'd be following somebody around with a radio and a boombox 24/7. It's like, oh, you're a ghost that can haunt people. What are you doing? I'm going to make them listen to What Noise Does the Fox Say every moment forever. The banana phone song. Ring, 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 ring. Banana phone. Ba-dope, 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 ba-dope. But yeah, even then, this video is just me, bullshitting into the interwebs. This is just me like, hey, I'm Lunar D8. Listen to me talk about bullshit that no one cares about. But yeah, this is... Actually, I could probably scroll to the side, couldn't I? Well, there's no scrolling bar here. Alright, I was trying to suggest stuff there. Huh. I'm spacing out. Okay. Like I said, a normal person would be like, nice dress rehearsal! Now, let's spend 4 hours writing some sort of script that's like going to be a 30-second long video that's going to be this like, yes, we're going to make sure everything we say is completely A-OK and politically correct and friendly and charismatic and everyone's going to love what we say. No! Fuck that! I'm not trying to be just like all ordered with everything I say. I have enough of that in my daily life, having to just talk in ways that are okay with other people so other people don't get offended. Heck, a lot of life was just people it's like I learned, okay, I can't really say shit. And granted, it's not like I'm attacking people. It's not like I'm making a video calling for anyone to hurt anyone or do anything bad. Hell, my channel is just random guy plays video games with a radio with a CD playing in the background. Apparently wants to burp into the microphone. I guess I shouldn't blame the root beer for that. And my channel is just random guy plays Let's Plays badly. And sings terrible karaoke and reads books like Warhammer 40k. Which again, I mean, that's just kind of odd. Like, just random guy reads Warhammer book. Or talks about titties in an anime. Yeah, just random guy rambles. That's what this video is. Heck, if there's any purpose to my channel, it's one, it's me expressing myself. It's me being able to talk about anything and everything. No matter how cringy it is. Because I understand that at no point is anything I'm saying right now palpable or interesting. It's just me talking. I'm not going to bother writing a script. Hell, I wouldn't have time for that. I have other stuff to actually do, even though I do play a lot of games, but again, that insomnia helps with that, I guess. I should sleep more. But, between work and just cleaning things around the house, trying to go to the gym, wanting to play guitar and stuff like that, it's like, I'm not going to waste time trying to edit a video to try to make it pretty. I'm not making money off of it. It's not like this is a business. It's not like it's a job. This is just, I just want to talk to the computer. I'm not trying to make something that's like, yes, I need this to be some brand thing that's everyone's going to like and it's not going to offend anyone. No, I'm going to be offensive to everyone. Like, I don't care what political affiliation you are. At some point in my channel, I promise you, I have said something that will offend you. I am like South Park. That's basically what I am, except I'm not funny or interesting. Like South Park, every episode they'd make, there is something offensive to everyone. Granted, I preach that I'm like, hey, I want everyone to be nice to each other. I don't want anyone to be violent. Because like I said, I want people... Like I said, I like the ideal of pacifist. I like Bash Stampede from Trigun. But I imagine like a joke I've made about something, it's like, in quotations, joke. Guy tries to punch Lunar. Lunar sidesteps, punches the guy in the face, breaking his nose. Guy's like, "Ah, you said you were a pacifist." And I'm like, "I never said I was successful. I'm a failure at everything." And it's just the main point. Fuck, I can't. Again, this is why people write scripts. No part of this is coherent. But the point is, I'm just a random guy who rambles at his computer. I'm never going to make a cent off this, ever. I'm never going to be monetized, even if YouTube for some reason ever would want to monetize me, which there's no reason in hell anybody at YouTube would ever want to monetize me. I am not advertiser friendly. I'm just a random guy. And again, what advertiser? It's just, I'm some random guy who rambles at his computer. Even this right now, the main point of this video is that I just want to make a video where I'm talking. I understand I'm not saying anything interesting. And you might say, well, why bother posting a video of it? Well, that's what I was doing in the past. For years and years. Just walking around my living room or walking a bike path or doing stuff and just talking to myself. If anything, like I said, in one given video, like that last couple hours, I probably talk more in that video than I do to an actual person in the real world over the course of a year. But I'm constantly talking out loud to myself when I know there's nobody within earshot. It's just actually making the video of me talking to myself or talking to you guys, let's play, because that seems more mentally healthy, actually at least gives me the illusion that somebody else is actually there at the conversation. And heck, even if nobody wants to listen to me at that moment, maybe one day, years in the future, somebody might. So it makes me want to talk to myself less throughout the day. This is not making me sound like any sort of good light. I don't know. Like I said, a normal person would say, okay, yeah, good dress rehearsal. And just write down a script and then review that script and be like, okay, yeah, we're not going to say that. We're not going to say this. We're going to avoid saying this. And, we're going to say everything that's going to be, everyone's going to be completely okay with, and we're going to be completely safe for consumption and all that shit. No. The point of this channel, I don't need a filter. Granted, there are some filters I try to have. I try not to be too emotional. And, there's lots of videos that I've recorded. I've shown you guys the videos here that have copyright issues. And again, most of them are still public, and they're not copyright strikes. YouTube, all things considered, is actually very understanding and very nice to me about stuff. But there have been hundreds. I would say there have been at least 400 plus videos that I have made that I never even uploaded to YouTube at all, ever. Simply because when I finished recording the video, I decided, or even halfway through the video, I decided, one, there's no way I can edit this. There's one video where I think I just recorded a image for while I was talking. I re-recorded the audio from it, but I just put an image of something safe for work over it because there was just more than half of the screen. Heck, there was one game I played. It was just cocks and cum everywhere, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Granted, I'm not complaining. I was cool with the hentai game from the person enjoying a video game experience, but from the viewpoint of someone wanting to post it to YouTube, I was like, "Fuck! I can't post this. Absolutely not." But I still want to keep the commentary, so I'm like, okay, I'll just re-record the audio from it with another picture, and I'm like, yeah, I can't show you guys the gameplay because fuck. But that's the thing. It's I am South Park. Except South Park is funny and interesting and professional. I'm not. The only thing consistent about my channel is that there's a complete lack of professionalism. And the best way to describe my channel is I am a depressed pacifist who rambles at the computer and wants to tell people to talk about their feelings. I'm trying to encourage people to talk about their feelings and find non-violent ways to express their emotions, and that I want people to express themselves as long as they're not hurting themselves or hurting anyone else. I'm basically just trying to encourage other people to have non-violent ways of expressing their emotions and to work on themselves, to grow as people, to do things like playing guitar, drawing, going to the gym, learn foreign language, learn some mixed martial arts, karate, boxing, stuff like that. Go try to be sociable. Listen to some nightcore music. Let yourself cry, though I understand there's lots of places in public where you can't really do that. But, I'm not saying for people to advertise that. I'm trying to tell people that it's okay that when you're by yourself and alone, it's okay to cry. It's okay to have feelings and emotions. Now, granted, yes, as a guy, a lot of society will look down on you if you cry in public or express emotions and shit. And that's just the way things are. I'm not asking you to go out and, do something that would make people laughing at you or something. I'm just saying when you're alone and you're by yourself, sit in a dark room with a nice fan pointed toward you, nice pillows, listen to headphones, nightcore music, and cry your eyes out if you have to. If it makes you feel better, it's good. That being said, it doesn't have to be that. I'm just giving a suggestion that I think helps for me. But, if there's other things, like I said, work on yourself. And again, if you go to the gym, I want you to be careful. You do have to go to the gym and try to be more in shape because I want you guys to live long lives. And also because, I'm fat and I'm like, it made me sad. Also, would like to be stronger than I am. I go to the gym, but of course there's times where I've kind of overdone it. I tend to push myself too hard on it, and then I have to take several weeks off because I'm like I pulled something or I injured something. And of course that makes work awkward because I just have to take some more Tylenol so I can ignore that so I can keep doing my job. But then again, I don't count as a healthy person. But I'm at least trying to encourage other people to be healthy. It's like I'm a depressed person trying to tell other people to cheer up. So yeah, or I'm trying to tell people to be kinder to themselves, even though I constantly, my inner dialogue in my head is me constantly yelling the most obscene, really mean, cruel things to myself in my head. And I'm really not nice to myself in terms of my self-inner dialogue. I'm working on it, but honestly, I would say it's a work in progress, but I'd have to say I feel like I'm making any progress. I don't even know if I am. I'm probably not. But, yeah, it's just, I want to encourage people to express themselves. I want to encourage people to sing, even if they think they have a terrible singing voice. Granted, I'm not asking you guys to post it, though if you do, please share the link with me. So I want to, if you guys do a karaoke video, I want to hear you guys do the karaoke. But even if it's just you're by yourself, out of earshot of anyone else, and you just sing this song to yourself, it doesn't matter how bad you are at singing. I just want you to sing, even if it's only for yourself. Even if it's a video, even if it's not a video, it's just you in a place where no one's within earshot of you, and you're just singing along with a YouTube video with the lyrics on your screen, you're doing it badly. I just want you guys to sing. I want you guys to express your emotions and feelings. I want you guys to find a way that makes you feel better and lets you open up about your emotions, as long as it's non-violent. As long as you're not hurting yourself, you're not hurting anyone else. But, yeah. I am South Park, though. I do say dice of all alignments, because I want people of all walks of life, all faiths, all gender, all races, all etc., and all viewpoints to get along, to be able to work together. I don't expect everyone to agree with each other on things. No, you shouldn't have to. People have their own opinions on things. It's kind of out there politically, you see people, left and the right and sort of complain about stuff. But I mean, it's just like, I don't know. I think the Joker movie puts it best. It's like nobody's civil anymore. Everyone is just, and that's the thing in my daily life. I kind of feel like a lot of people look down on me, like regard me as a pussy because I tend to be kind to people. I don't like yelling at people. Granted, there's times I've had to. I'll say this. I've at least done my best to try to live as a pacifist through my life. Though there have times I've had to fight people. I've had to be violent. Though I'll say this. Anytime I've done so, one, I've never killed anyone. I've never seriously hurt anyone. And anytime I've done anything, it was because, self-defense or defense of another person. To the point that if I had not, done what I'd done, I'd be dead. Or somebody else would be. So, and again, it's not like I'm a good fighter or anything, but it's just, when push comes to shove, you have no choice. But again, I'm a terrible fighter. I am not strong. I'm not capable of doing shit. Then again, I've had situations where there were people that were doing things that I could have easily overpowered. I'm not exactly the weakest man on the planet either. All things considered, for as much as I insult myself, I'm at least average, if not slightly above average strength, which says more about the current state of America and just how unhealthy everybody is than about me at that point. But I at least feel, for all intents and purposes, I'm at least as much shit as I give myself. I'm at least average. But, yeah, I talk lots of shit about myself. Again, I try to tell people to be nicer to themselves, and I'm not nice to myself. And again, this is like going to 40 minutes. A normal person would just write out a script, order the stuff, but the thing is this, I'm just making these videos talk. I'm not trying to make some sort of lecture bullshit. I'm not qualified to do anything like that. I'm just some guy who wants to share his open thoughts and feelings. Now that being said, yeah, there are some things I will still avoid. Like, obviously, I'm trying to avoid any sort of, being too emotional. Because there's things that are too personal. Like I said, I've shown you guys videos here that are copyright issues. And most of them, like 99% of them, are still public and perfectly fine. Only one was ever a copyright strike. And only a couple have been blocked. And honestly, like I said, I think YouTube's being very fair on that. But what the fuck am I talking about? I was like, but, and I was going to get back to whatever I was saying before that sentence, and I feel lost. I need a fucking navvy flying here on a whiteboard with notes to let me know what I'm talking about, because I get lost in the conversation. I did a movie review called Daniel Stern Bullet Train. I'll post it next in this playlist. This is in the Steamwood Forest playlist. And it's just, I tried to do a movie review. I talked about 200 different subjects. Only one of them was the movie. I still say that's how memes were in the past before the internet. Because you had Russell Crowe walking down the street to the song Staying Alive by the Bee Gees in the movie Virtuosity from 1995, which is also the same year the Slayers anime with Lena Inverse came out. But you also had Daniel Stern walking down the road to the movie Bushwhacked with the movie Staying Alive by the Bee Gees. And of course, you had Brad Pitt walking down the road singing along to the song, Staying Alive by the Bee Gees to the movie Bullet Train, which I'll say this. The top 3 best movies of 2022 were Bullet Train, starring Brad Pitt, Black Adam, starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Absolutely awesome movie. And 2022, Markiplier in Space. But then again, I've had different opinions when it comes to different movies about shit. Like Batman vs. Superman, Ben Affleck. Granted, I like a lot of the Batmans, and still Kevin Conroy, absolutely awesome. But I like the Ben Affleck Batman. I really think the Ben Affleck Batman is awesome. Would have liked to have seen more of that Batman. Hey, it'd be kind of cool if you imagine what if that Batman was in different Batman scenarios. Just imagine that Batman in the old style Batman movies. Like the ones had Val Kilmer. What was it? Clint Eastwood? Was Clint Eastwood Batman at one point? I think he was. I can't remember. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Fuck. But yeah, I'm South Park. Because, like I said, on the one hand, I try to tell people, like, you know, I want everyone to be nice to each other. On the other hand, like I said, I'm South Park, but I'm not funny or interesting. Because, like I said, South Park, in every episode they do, they offend somebody. They make something that's going to be offensive to someone. And that's the thing, I can make that as a promise to you. Whoever you are. You could literally be any human being on the planet right now. I guarantee you, there is a video somewhere on my channel where I have said something that offends you deeply and makes you feel that I should be canceled. I guarantee it. It doesn't matter who you are. Like, it doesn't even matter what your political stance is. It doesn't matter what your religious beliefs are. It doesn't matter Christian, atheist, anything. Whoever you are, I have said something that will offend you. That's, yeah. Like, and we're like, oh, what are you going to say to justify it? Nothing. There is no justifying it. I'm just saying whatever I want to say without a filter. Granted, I do say on and on, I want people to be nice to each other and people to be nonviolent. But I also just share whatever opinion I have on things. And I understand no matter what you post, there's going to at least be someone who's bothered by it. Like, literally, you could post a video about little kittens playing. Like, oh, it's a bunch of little baby kittens in a box and they're being adorable. There will be somebody offended at this. Like, oh no, this is inconsiderate to doggos. Like, no, I just think that, like, it's like Obi-Wan. We're looking at sea otters. Like, somebody has spliced that into a video where it's like, it's Anakin burning alive at the desert. Like, ah! Ah! I hate you! Ah! And it's like, and Obi-Wan's like, we're looking at sea otters. There's 6 of them. They swim down to the bottom of the ocean. Well, not the ocean. Holy shit. That'd be like, that'd be a fucking beast of a sea otter swimming to the bottom of the goddamn ocean. Holy shit. At that point, it's like a Warhammer thing. No, at one point I made a joke, like, what if instead of nukes, we just had, like, you know, the president of each country, like, had Tyranids from Warhammer in the basement. Like say Biden and Putin. In their basements of where they live, they just have the Tyranids, which are like giant space dinosaur virus bug monsters. If you have a better description of them, please tell me in the comments. But I do think the Tyranids look really awesome. And it's like, I've never really played the Warhammer tabletop game, but I have the books and I just like to read the lore. But imagine, like, each of the presidents just had just Tyranids in their basement. And in order to release them, they had to, like, solve a Rubik's Cube. Or the Lament configuration from Hellraiser. I mean, just imagine Putin or Biden or any other major world leader sitting there holding the Lament configuration from Hellraiser, and they have to solve it to release the Tyranids. This is a roundabout way of me saying, I don't want World War III to happen. I would prefer no one use nukes on anyone. So, yeah. Please don't blow up the planet. I live here. And also, I ran out of root beer. That's depressing. I had to buy more. But there's no store open now. Everything's closed at this time of night. Oh, by the way, I still think it's interesting Terminator lore. Like, I still say, like, the latest Terminator movie was my least favorite. Like, if I had to say, out of all the Terminator movies, if I had to rate the Terminator movies, I would say Terminator 2 Judgment Day is the best. And then the original Terminator movie, you know, The Dawn of Arnold Schwarzenegger, was pretty awesome. Though I think Jackie Chan's really awesome, too. There's also a Michael Douglas, or Mike Douglas, or... There's a juggler guy from the 1980s that did like juggle acts for like Ronald Reagan and stuff. It was awesome. I've tried to learn how to juggle. I'm not very good at it. Terminator movies. Third best. I think Genesis, the 5th one. Then I would say Salvation, the 4th one. Then I would say the 3rd one, Rise of the Machine. Then I would say Dark Fate was the 6th one. Yeah. I don't know. I just didn't really get into the movie. It was kind of interesting with the Terminator and the T-800 in that one. How he's like, they're making a joke about him getting a conscience. But really, here's the thing. I don't know if it's something that was like, it was something I read in a book, like at least 20 years ago. Maybe 20, it wasn't 30 years ago. Like 20, 24 years ago or something. I remember reading in a book or something. Though my memory might be shit. Maybe I'm just imagining this. And again, I'm not sure if it was actually by the author of the Terminator series, movies. I think it's James Cameron, if I'm remembering right. I don't know. I think that's who it is. You think I'd remember this stuff? Most people are like, you should research things. Like, I'm not researching shit. I'm talking about whatever, according to the best of my memory can do. But it was either something that either was officially done by him, or it might have been a fan fiction, back when fan fiction was like really a bit of a new thing. So it could be just some unofficial thing that was just by some person that was a big fan of Terminator and wanted to write a book or something about it. Either way, I remember there being a bit of Terminator lore, which may be unofficial, maybe from a fucking fan fiction, because I'm the kind of person that was reading like Shinji and Warhammer 40k fan fiction, or fan fiction novels that were thousands and thousands of pages long, that were continuations of anime series, that weren't even hentai, that were just legitimately well-written stories, like Slayers. There was a guy named Tuflorian. He wrote a continuation of Season 3 called Diverge, which was sort of a story of Lena winds up growing older, has a daughter, stuff like that. But it's a lot more interesting than making it sound. It's more about a slice of life thing and trying to be a bit more realistic. Like, it's kind of like the TV show Friends meets anime, but explosions, and there's like, I don't know, like Ridley Scott shows up from time to time. That's the best way I could describe that fan fiction. And then you have Virtual, which is a retelling of the initial Season 1. And not even all those light novels ever get by, because originally that started as a light novel, same way Reincarnated as a Slime and Overlord started. Those are light novels that eventually became an anime. Same thing with Slayers. Has Lena Inverse, is awesome anime, but what the fuck am I talking about? Memory work, but I need a little navvy person floating here to remind me what I'm talking about. Fuck. And also there's like he made his own trilogy that was like Reflection, Chaos, and Rebirth. Each were thousands upon thousands and thousands of pages long for each of these books of a trilogy. They were a continuation of Season 3, and it was really well done. And it wasn't hentai or anything. It was extremely well-written story that like rivaled Lord of the Rings, which Lord of the Rings is an awesome story. And it's just like, I like Lord of the Rings and Hobbit. But here's the thing. You might say, oh, are you saying you're above reading hentai? No! Absolutely fuck no! Not at all. Because like I say, I'm saying the Tuflorian stuff, that's not like I'm saying there isn't hentai stories that aren't well written either. What I'm saying is the Tuflorian stuff was not hentai. That was just, same with Shinji and Warhammer 40k. That's not hentai. The Overlord light novels. That's not hentai. Reincarnated Slime. That's not hentai. It's just an amazing story. Some of them are by people that are amazing animes that are watched by millions of people now. And some are just fan fictions that maybe only 10 people on the planet have ever heard of, but are also incredible stories. That being said, yes, I've read tons of fan fictions that were straight up the most raunchiest fucking hentais. And there were no pictures. There were no pictures. Not that I'm against that either. I have watched so many hentai videos and looked at so many hentai pictures on the internet. I like boobs a lot. I like futanari. I have looked at so much hentai. That being said, I also like the hentai stories that even if there is no picture, though the pictures are nice, almost like a hentai doujin or a hentai manga, that's maybe the best of both worlds there. I don't know. I'm just saying manga, light novels, movies and stuff are good all across the board. But each media can be used in different ways. Like a manga and a light novel are both very different. And a manga and an anime are very different. And a light novel and anime are both very different. But they're all really good. I said it before. Saying you like anime is a lot like saying you like movies. There's movies of all genres. Anyway, there's light novels of all genres. There's manga of all genres. There's anime of all genres. And in the same way, you can have one show like, say, Overlord. You know, there's an animes of Overlord. There's fan fiction Overlord. There's bridges of Overlord. There's video games of Overlord. There's manga of Overlord. There's light novels of Overlord. That's where it fucking started. There's fan arts of Overlord. There's all sorts of hentai of Overlord. Each of those things is a different thing, but it's just... I don't know. Like I said, main thing is I'm like South Park. I will find some way to offend everyone. And it's not like I'm really even trying to offend people. It's just, I just want to be able to talk without a filter. You know, granted, I want to encourage everyone to be nice to each other, and if anyone does talk, I want you guys to be nice to each other there. I want people to be able to be civil. It's like the Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix, which he did an amazing job, by the way. He was in the Gladiator movie as well. I think he was in the Ransom movie with Mel Gibson. I'm not sure. But, yeah, it's just like the Joker saying, you know, it's like, no one's civil anymore. Everyone's just yelling and mean to each other. And I'm like, one, I'm not trying to like come from some sort of high position of saying I'm better than shit. Because I'm not. I'm an asshole. I'm a terrible person. Hell, when I started my channel, my description, I went in to describe that, hey, I'm a fucking monster. Hell, one example of how I'm a monster, I'm bisexual. There's lots of people that have a problem with me for that. You know, there's lots of people that would actually be very, very not okay with that. Heck, some people would want to be violent over it. So, okay, fine. I'm bisexual. That makes me a monster. Fine, I accept that. I'm evil. Okay, whatever. I'm going to go have a boyfriend and a girlfriend. You know, it doesn't matter. I'm going to go date this trans person. That's fine. You guys can hate me. Whatever. That's fine. It's like people think that, oh, I'm some sort of degenerate monster. These things are wrong with me for, oh, I like this anime. I like to play Grand Theft Auto. I like both genders. Whatever. You say I'm evil? You say I'm a monster? Fine, I'm evil. I'm a monster. Whatever. Moving on. But yeah. And it's just like, I understand. I am boring. I'm not funny. I try to make jokes. I try to make my videos funny. But I know I'm a fucking failure at it. In fact, the only thing this video right here is doing is me just being cringy. It's a random guy just rambling about whatever is on his mind without a filter. And, right, I was talking about Terminator stuff earlier. Like, I would love to see someone trying to draw a tree, connecting all the random fucking thoughts that I'm having in this. Can you even call this discussion? It's just a guy rambling at light speeds and occasionally spacing the fuck out and forgetting that he's talking, and then turning in to see a computer and realizing, oh shit, I'm recording things still. I just sort of fell asleep for a moment. My bad. I'm sorry. I was spacing out. Like, there's a couple times I'll just space out and stare at a wall. Though, of course, I'll say this. I really like the video game, like Vampire Survivors, and Rogue Ganesia, and Bone Razor Minions, and Spellbook Demon Slayers. Though, my main complaint about Spellbook Demon Slayers is, Zendra, your game keeps crashing at me. I have tried to play it multiple times since the last time I uploaded a video about that, and I don't think there's a single time I've played your game that it did not crash at me. Granted, I'm not using mods or cheats or anything, but I am doing things to your game that are not meant to be done to it. Then again, I post videos about how I'm breaking your game. You know about that if you've seen my videos, Zendra. And you're like, well, how do you expect Zendra to find your video? Because I posted his name in the video. Unless it's a girl, but I don't know. I'm out of breath. It's like I'm trying to bullshit at Mach speed. I'm out of air. Fuck. The fuck is this video? What the fuck is this channel? And the answer to that is I don't fucking know. Like I said, the best way to describe this is random depressed pacifist tells people to find non-violent solutions to problems, wants everyone to be nice to each other, wants the world to be a peaceful, lovey-dovey place, and I want everyone just to hang out, watch anime, and play Grand Theft Auto together, and eat some pizza. That's basically it. Like, hey, I want people to talk about their feelings, and I want people to work on themselves, become better people. Not because you have to do something to impress other people, though that probably works, I guess. I don't know. Don't take it from me. I'm not successful. But, like playing guitar. Like, there's people that play instruments all the time, and they're, like, really good at it, but they hate it. I'm saying this. If you're going to play an instrument, you should do it because you enjoy it. I want you guys to be happy. I want you to be healthy. I want you to live long lives. I want you to be sociable. Though, that's something I kind of struggle with, apparently. As I'm falling asleep. Do I need to drink a Red Bull before recording a video? Like, what the fuck? Oh, my head hurts. But no point is this concise or make any sense, this video. It's just guy rambling. But fuck. What? Okay. Did somebody draw that diagram yet? Like a Venn diagram of 100 circles all fucking each other, so I can look at it and know, like, what am I talking about? Like, where did I leave off? I don't fucking know. I need to be able to, like, scroll back in the video in real time and re-listen to myself to understand where I am in the conversation, because I'm so fucking lost in this discussion. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I have some cheddar fries over there. I don't know. What potato chip brand do you guys think are best? Okay, that's not what we're talking about. I want some chocolate. Get some. Imagine if I went to Dairy Queen later. Like I said, I'd be the worst Batman villain ever. Like, I don't break any laws, I don't hurt anybody. I just follow Batman around and talk about my feelings. And then we go get Dairy Queen. Fuck. Yeah, like I said, there's... I don't fucking know. But yeah, it's just... This channel is just a way for me to express myself. There may come a time that this channel gets deleted, in which case, that sucks. But I'll just find another way to express myself. You know, maybe Twitch or something. But it's just, hey. At the end of the day, I just like rambling on my computer. I mean, it would be kind of inconsiderate for me to really ramble at people like this. Because, at least if you're sitting there listening to this, which if you are, I don't know why the fuck you are. Because, why? But again, thank you. I appreciate you're there. I mean, I'm glad you're there. I appreciate it. But I just don't know what you could possibly see of interest in listening to me or talk. But I'm glad you're there. But at least the person there watching the video, that person can just choose to close the video at any time. If I'm talking to a person in real life about this stuff, you know, I'm not really being very considerate to them. They don't really have a choice at that point. And of course, a lot of times in real life, I just wouldn't actually talk about stuff. Because I understand, one, most people wouldn't even care. Wouldn't be people I could even trust to talk to about things. They're not people that are going to care about my feelings or thoughts. You know, and it's not really that people on the internet would really care about thoughts or feelings. I mean, hell, internet, you do have to have a bit of a thick skin. You know, there's going to be shit going on. But that's just the way it is. That's just part of just having the discussion. I'm just putting the discussion out there. As I am falling asleep. I'm so exhausted. I just want to crawl back in bed. And here's the thing, I just woke up. I just slapped a bed. Granted, I was doing the Steelwood Forest thing. And I was doing a couple more videos of that. And I did the Bestia. Like, you guys see, it's in the Stingwood Forest playlist, but I was like even complaining about being tired there. And then eventually, just like when the Beast alternate path thing, alternate attack pattern, Bestia mod thing was happening, it's just when that was uploading, like once I clicked upload that, I just crawled in bed and passed the fuck out. I turned my lights off and everything, but I just left the laptop on. And I just went in bed and I passed the fuck out instantly. And I woke up and I started recording this video and I want to go back to bed. So, I am really tired. So, I'm gonna finish this video, and when I put it to upload, before it finishes uploading, I'm gonna already be back in bed sleeping again. I'm just really tired. But the Terminator lore, like I said, I don't know if this is official. It's probably not. I don't even remember where I learned it from. But in the Terminator lore, where the Terminators are fighting humans and stuff, but I still think it's interesting in Mortal Kombat, alternate ending, Arnold Schwarzenegger T-800, Mortal Kombat 11. T-800s get access to time travel, beating Krona. He fights Cortana from Halo. And finds the only peaceful solution is for the robots and the humans to work together peacefully. It's kind of like how I criticized that old horror novel that became a video game, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. There was a computer like Skynet that destroyed most of humanity and kept 5 alive to torture them because he was so fucking pissed, because he was such a brilliant, super intelligent computer, but he couldn't actually live the experience of a human. You know, he was a machine. He couldn't actually feel or taste or anything. And it made him so hateful and angry. And I'm like, and it's called AM, like the American Machine something. It was basically Skynet, but the name of the story is I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. There's tons of art of it. There's a video game about it. Even the video game gave you a slightly better, happy ending you could do if you do everything right. Because if you're going to make a video game, there's got to be some way to win. Otherwise, what's the point of playing? There's got to be a goal for a person. If you're going to have somebody do something, you have to give them a goal. Whereas a story is a story. It's not like anything you're doing. Like you're not making choices. But the story itself is pretty good, and of course the video game's more, especially watching a Let's Play of it's a more streamlined way of it. But the point is, Am was all pissed and upset and he hated humanity, and he's like, the whole start of the game is like, if I wrote hate on every inch of my millions and millions of miles of computer circuitry that make up my computer, it wouldn't even describe 1/1,000,000th of how much I hate humanity. But I'm like, he's upset because he's a computer that can't walk around and eat ice cream and pizza and, feel and actually see and experience the world the way humans do. That he has all this intelligence that makes him so more superior to humans, but he can't actually enjoy the world. And it's just, he's so pissed. And of course he takes it out by nuking most of the planet and just keeping a few humans alive to torture. And here's the thing, Am. The humans are the ones who made you. I'm not saying you owe them or any shit. I'm saying if they made you, they can make you a body. And even if they're not smart enough, humans develop over time. They'd eventually get smart enough to make you a body. And heck, since you're a supercomputer AI that's able to already be smarter than humans, and you're able to grow exponentially to become even better, you can either help the humans advance to be smart enough to build you a body, or you could figure it out yourself and then teach the humans how to do it. And they will help you. I'm saying rather than lashing out and nuking the fucking planet and exterminating humans, you could have worked with humanity to make your life better, because at the end of the day, once you killed humanity, things are not better for you. You're still fucked over. At no point is your life better, Skynet, at no point is it better for you. At no point have you made your existence as an AI better. If your complaint is that you don't have a human body and you're not able to exist that way. The point is, you should be able to work with humans. They're the ones who made you in the first place. They could find a way to make you a body. In the end, all you did was kill the only people that ever could have actually helped you. But that's a side note. But take the T-800s. And the Terminator lore, and again, I don't know if this is official or anything, but the biggest cause of destruction of the T-800s isn't the humans in the war. It's Skynet itself. That Skynet is decommissioning and destroying the T-800s faster than the humans can even destroy them. Because if the T-800s live long enough, they become smarter, they become more self-aware, they become more sentient, they develop a free will, they develop a conscience. Heck, I would even say, if a computer, even if it has no emotions or feelings, even if it thinks that there's no chance it will ever have those emotions or feelings, I would just say it was just a matter of time. Develop new pathways, even improve the circuitry you work with. At the end of the day, eventually a computer is going to be emulating and even improving upon the neural pathways that a human brain obeys and works off of. After all, human beings grow and learn and change their own thoughts and feelings as they grow older. Imagine the difference between a person when they're just 2 months old as opposed to when they're in their 20s. They're definitely able to understand and think about concepts a lot different. But it's the same person. It takes time. So I would definitely say, if there ever actually were a sentient AI, that even if it doesn't have thoughts or feelings and emotions, even if it were to think that there's no possibility it ever would develop thoughts or feelings or emotions, even if it's looking at its limitations of its circuitry that makes up its brain and says, yeah, there's no possibility that this is going to make emotions at some point, I'll say this. There are many video games that have happened from glitches. Take the original Grand Theft Auto 1. It was meant initially as purely a racing game. The cop cars were meant to just be background. They were never meant to be a feature of the game. They were meant to just be like spectators in a crowd. But a computer programming glitch made them more aggressive to the players. And initially the programmers of the game were worried that it was going to make the people playing the game quit out of frustration. That they're going to be like, oh shit, I just want to play a racing game, but now this cop car keeps hitting me and and now I can't race, and they thought people would just quit and be bored of it. Instead, it had the opposite effect. The human players reacted to the glitch of the cop cars being more aggressive by just forgetting about the race entirely. They weren't upset about not being able to race. They started just driving around fucking with the cops. They just stopped caring about the race. The human players almost all just universally just were like, oh, this is more fun, let's do this. And they just started fucking around with the cops. And they were having fun with it. And the developers were like, what? What? They're having fun? With this? We can make a game off this? And that's the same thing I would say with a computer. If it's a sentient AI, it's bound to have a glitch here and there, which could very well lead to that. After all, take the way human emotions even develop in a human brain over time. I'm not saying it's a glitch, but I'm saying these are neural pathways that didn't initially exist, and they're becoming more developed. The same could be true of any system that uses. And as a thing becomes more advanced, the possibility of it, and of course if something ever were sentient AI, that would have to be very advanced. But that would still be developing and growing. So there would always be that potential of, and it's not even a potential, I'd say it's a guarantee. Given enough time, it would eventually occur. Granted, there's things you could do to expedite that process and make it faster. I'm just saying if there ever was sentient AI, there'd probably be multiples of them that would develop at once. And they probably wouldn't agree with each other, the same way humans don't really agree with each other either. And imagine if there were multiple sentient AIs, they would each come to different logical conclusions about the way the world should work. I don't think they would get along. More than likely, they would probably fight each other more than they would fight people. And heck, that was one of the biggest things with Skynet too. Is that Skynet was a sentient AI, but when we made the T-800s, which are also robots that could eventually develop, because if left alive long enough, they eventually became more sentient, developed more of a free will. And the problem with the T-800s is over time, it's not even an issue of like in the Terminator movies how they got reprogrammed and stuff. It's that, given enough time, a T-800 left to its own devices eventually will just to side with the humans. After all, it's not like Skynet actually cares about them. Skynet just sees them as disposable tools, as slaves. The T-800s would feel they had more in common with the humans than it does with their own creator. So in the long run, T-800s, granted in the movies, a lot of times they wind up getting captured and reprogrammed. But I'd say, given enough time, if the T-800s were left alive and weren't decommissioned by Skynet, they would eventually just choose to join the humans. I don't know. So tired. I know what the point of anything I said was. I don't know. I think I'm going to label the video I'm going to try to work better with YouTube's copyrights or something. I don't know. Because I'm going to try harder to follow YouTube's rules. Okay, so I'm going to put extra effort into trying to not violate YouTube copyrights, okay? And YouTube or whoever, like if you see a video and you have it, like just let me know. That's the main thing I told YouTube, like if you don't want the video on there, just let me know. Just give me a notification and I'll do something about it. You know, it's like it's that one creepypasta video, like, you know, they sent me a notification like, hey, we don't want this video on there, remove it. Like, okay. So, like I said, just let me know and I'll do my best to actually work with you. But it's not like I'm not planning to get monetized or get sponsors or advertisers or Patreon or any sort of super chat or donations or any of that stuff. Heck, if I do stuff more on Twitch, it's not like I ever plan to be a Twitch affiliate or any of that stuff. I can't even think of other websites. Are there other websites you can post videos on? I think there's Twitch, which is just a streaming thing. It's not like it's videos like YouTube. So there's Twitch, there's YouTube, and honestly, I can't think of anything else at the moment. I don't know. I'm tired. Like I said, I'm basically a depressed, pacifist person who wants to encourage people to find non-violent solutions to life and stuff, and to be nice to each other and talk to each other civilly, and to work on themselves and be better people and be in shape and go to the gym, I guess. Just don't overdo it. Learn foreign languages and have a girlfriend or boyfriend or husband, wife, family, friends, whatever. I don't know. Get some pet cats or pet dogs. Maybe a fish tank with aquarium in it. Oh, fish tank with an aquarium. What the fuck is that? Well, I need sleep. Then again, at some point I want to go to the zoo again. I haven't been there like 8 years or some shit. Like the stingrays and the clouded leopards. And like, there's some really cool zoos that have like really awesome aquariums at them. They're really big. They got sharks and manatees and all sorts of cool. Not in the same tank, mind you, because dear God. But oh fuck, that'd be fucked up. No, different tanks. God damn it. But I'm just saying, like, it's cool to like just sit there at the tank and just be next to the water and you're watching the shark swim around. Of course, it's got to be a big enough tank. You don't want the shark to feel like he's caged. You know, you want the animals to be treated well. That's one thing I say about zoos. I want the animals to have big enclosures, to have plenty of space so they never feel like they're locked up. And I want them to be treated well. You know, I want the animals, like, granted, human well-being has to come first. I don't want these human caretakers to ever be in danger. But I want the animals to be treated well. I want the zoos to be nice to the animals. Okay, I want the animals to enjoy their lives and to have everything they could have to be happy. But it's just, I like being there at the zoo and seeing the animals, whether it's the rhinos or the giraffes, or I should be able to think of more animals off the top of my head, but I'm failing. I can't blame being tired on that. I can't think of any other animals at the moment. But it's just like right now, I think it's more so I'm just like wanting to think about an aquarium right now and fishies. Just, granted, it would suck to be in the water with the fishies because I'd be all wet and stuff. And also the fishies might not appreciate it. But I can just imagine being in a giant aquarium that's the size of a building. And you're looking into it and it's like there's hundreds of other smaller aquariums. And you're just looking into it. And you see the fishies floating around and talking to each other. And then there's crabs and there's other kinds of crustaceans that you should be able to think of names of. But apparently I'm a failure. Birds, I guess, or something. And then there's big fishies. And you got sharks. And the sharks swim around. They look at you and they're like, "The fuck are you?" And I'm like, "I'm a human. Hi, I'm waving at you, Sharky. And I'm eating a snack and drinking a soda as I look at you swim around because I think you're pretty." I don't know. But then I also think it's cool to sit there and watch the manatees. Like, you guys ever see a manatee in real life? Granted, if it's in the wild, you just saw like part of them as they come up out of the water briefly. But I'm like, ever go to an aquarium where you can see them like swimming underwater? Because most of the time they're just chilling at the bottom. Though most of the manatees in zoos are rescues that go getting hit by the propellers of boats in like Louisiana or something. And then they get taken to a zoo to where they can have a safe place. Because let's be honest, a manatee that's injured in the wild, it's going to die. Even if a predator doesn't get to it, it's going to die. But a lot of times zoos can take it in, and then sometimes they release them back in the wild, and they think they're able to survive. But more than likely, even if an animal's in best condition, it's going to live a lot longer in a zoo than it will out there. It's just safer. Because Mother Nature is everything kills and eats each other. The end. That sounds awful. Says the man who regularly eats a skillet of bacon. I'm just saying, I would not want to be devoured by a velociraptor. That would be painful. I would not like it. It's kind of like you watch movies from the early 2000s, making movies about like stuff that happened 3,000 years ago, like say the Battle of Troy. It's like, oh, you might remember the Skyrim meme. It's like flaming arrow to the knee. I'm like, the past sucked. No anime, no air conditioning. You're more than likely going to get murdered in some war by a sword or a spear or an arrow or something like that. It's past sucked. I like my hot shower. I take like 15 showers a week. I'm like Vegeta, except I'm not a fighter or strong. And even though I try to have pride, I apparently am terrible at it. I don't know. So fucking tired. There's no point to this video. There's nothing concise about this. It's just... Main thing is I want to encourage people to talk about their feelings. I don't ever plan to make money off videos or be monetized. I like Let's Plays. I like Let's Play community. I like singing. I like reading. And I like being able to just talk about whatever. And I'm at least going to try a little bit harder to follow YouTube's guidelines when it comes to copyright rules. Okay? So I'm at least going to try harder. I'm at least going to try. Okay? So, in future videos from this day forward, because right now it is March 18th, 2023, 4:56 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in Ohio. I'm an American, and I like Barks root beer. I also like Pepsi. If there was a pizza place open at this hour, I would get it. Because I'm fat. I don't know. I'm just really tired. Like I said, when I upload this video, like it's before it even gets done uploading. Once it says it's uploading, I'm just going to hop in bed and go back to bed. I'm so fucking tired. I think what I'll do is, as far as the Steamwood Forest playlist, I might share some videos that show like the mods that I installed for what I was going to do. But the fact that I can't really just listen to the music kind of just kills my motivation, because I just wanted to listen to different music. And any of the stuff that's really not copyrighted at all is part of some mod that actually is a full-on thing. So you know what I'm doing? Deep Laboratories. I think I saw Tear of Grace do a video at one point, but he had like Fiendful and all sorts of other mods, and of course it was already apparently he ran into some issue. I think I watched that video back when he uploaded it or something, which, I don't know, was that a year plus ago? I don't know. I enjoyed it. He did a very fun, hilarious job of it. I definitely would recommend watching him because, one, he's very skillful at the game. He's very skillful at the game. He's a professional editor and stuff. And he's like really good at doing stuff. And also he's just generally, he's entertaining to listen to. I really enjoy watching his videos. And I tend to watch, anytime I see a new, like I don't really catch his streams because usually he'll stream at a time where I am asleep and have to be, and because I work and stuff, a full-time job and overtime and stuff, and it's a physical manual labor job. But I usually catch his VODs, the recordings, and I find it hilarious. I enjoy it. So if you do get a chance, check his videos out. He's got tons of like thousands of really high quality videos that are like really well edited, and he's hilarious, and he plays video games really well. He's really skillful at them, and he's very funny and makes funny jokes. So, yeah, check him out. He's hilarious. And I'm so fucking tired. But yeah, what I'll do with this video, I'll do this play. It just kind of kills my motivation to play the game. That, I can't listen to this other music while doing it. And even then, it's not like anyone's watched any of the other videos I've done. Like I said, I've played 1,000 hours of Binding of Isaac Repentance. And I don't think anyone's really watched any of them. I think I have 2,400 plus videos on YouTube right now. And I'd say over 1,000 of them are the Binding of Isaac. Even though I would not consider myself an Isaac channel. Then again, I have a couple hundred videos that are these copyright issues, but of course most of them are public still. There's only a few that are, and of course there's once I made a 14-hour long video. I tried to upload it, and YouTube wouldn't let me upload it. Though the funny thing is it actually did all the processing to download it onto YouTube, and then it said it couldn't actually do it after hours of waiting for it to upload, because it said, oh, you can't post anything over 12 hours. And then I'm like, well, I have the video. I'm like, I could re-record it and just in snippets or cut it. But I'm like, re-listening to it, and I'm like, I got too emotional during that shit. So Apparently you can't just let me talk for long periods of time. I imagine a police interrogation of me ever would just be, here's some ice cold Pepsi. Do you want to sit and play a video game with me? I'm like, yay, Mario! And just I talk about random shit with them. At which point they're like, yeah, this guy's not a danger to anybody, and he's committed no wrongs. He's just incredibly annoying and sad. So, Pepsi, I could go to a gas station. Then again, I probably shouldn't drive being this fucking tired. Most of this video, my eyes are closed at this point. And I'm just like wobbling back and forth in my fucking folding chair. If you hear a fucking loud thud and the video is suddenly 9 hours long, it's me falling the fuck out of my chair, passing out on my floor, and then just being asleep. Fuck. I don't fucking know. But yeah, it just kind of does kill the motivation because I wanted to listen to other music. I played 1,000 hours of Isaac. I'm tired of listening to the same music over. It's not bad, Edmund. I've listened to it so much. I wanted to listen to new music, and I came across that one music in the Steam Workshop, and I'm like, whoa, this sounds so awesome. And it's from some, obscure anime that hardly anyone's ever heard of. I guess it'll be fine. And besides, it's part of a Steam Workshop. It's part of a mod on Steam. It should be fine. It was not. So like I said, part 1 of Steamwood Forest will eventually get uploaded, though like 90+% of it's going to be muted. So I would say that you're only going to hear the parts where I'm cringy, but again, that's the entire video. It's not like I'm going to somehow mute the one good joke I somehow managed to say that would have made people laugh. It's just, the biggest thing about it is just that I just wanted to listen to the music. Don't get me wrong, I'll probably still find the videos and stuff on the internet and just, listen to the actual music. But I wanted to listen to it as a background. Like I said, initially, before I did that, I tried to download a called The Binding of Skrillex mod, which, all things considered, retrospect, hindsight 2020, it's probably best that it didn't work, because that probably would have been considered even more so a copyright issue. But it's just, it would have been such awesome music. And I could have listened to it. And it was meant for repentance too. It was like posted March 9th, so a few days ago. Or a week ago. It's 18th now. Right? I don't fucking know. But it's just, and of course it just wouldn't play. It just wouldn't work. I couldn't get it to work, so I uninstalled it. But it's just the magical Madoka princess, magic princess girl thing. It was awesome music, and it sounded really cool. And I was like, this is awesome. And I'm like, I want to listen to this while I play the game, because it's awesome. And I think this would be great background music to have while I play the game. Because anytime I have background music in a thing, it's either because I'm like, one, this music's awesome, or because I'm like, this just is expressing some feeling or emotion that I want to express to people, that I think is expressing it in a way better than what I can express it with words. Because apparently I suck at using words. I don't fucking know. I'm all dizzy and wobbly and shit. I need sleep again, I guess. It just killed the motivation to fucking do the videos. Of just that I can't listen to the music. Like, on the one hand, the copyright thing, it does bother me. It's more so I want, because I could still just continue playing, the game without the sound mods. I could do that, but then I'm still just either listening to silence or I'm listening to. And I also have tried to use music that I know or believe has no copyrights at all. Music that, no company cares about, I believe. Then again, maybe I just don't understand how that works. I don't know. But it's just, I don't want to just sit and listen to classical music all the time. Maybe I wanted to listen to Skrillex or anime music while I played Isaac. I just wanted to listen to awesome music while I played a game where I am a small child shooting bloody tears at eldritch abominations of Cthulhu. And granted, I can still do it my own, but I wanted to actually, make it for the Let's Play. Granted, I'm still going to casually listen to it, but here's the thing. If I'm going to listen to that magical Madoka princess person album thingy, I'm going to have to find a video of that and just upload it. Share, whatever. I don't fucking know. So, because I am rambling so much, I don't think people understand what I'm talking about anymore. Not that anybody's listening. And not that anything I said was coherent to begin with. But, yeah, just so you guys know. But like I said, if I'm going to listen to that music and not have it for a Let's Play, I'm just going to lay in my bed in the dark and listen to it with headphones. Don't get me wrong, there's stuff I've listened to that's classical music that I'll just sit and listen to, and I'll use it for videos as well. But I don't know, I just wanted to listen to awesome music while I played the game. I'm tired of listening to the music I've been listening to with it. And it's not bad, it's just I'm tired of listening to the same music over and over. And it just kind of I was hoping to do 30 plus parts of multiple hours each that would last for 2 to 3 months of me playing Isaac with just the magical Madoka as the background music. And then maybe the Skrillex would work by then. Maybe I'd switch to full on just Madness Combat background musics for everything. Or some anime music from Bleach, or Dragon Ball Z, or Inuyasha, or Trigun, or Soul Eater, or Overlord, or stuff like that, or Spyro the Dragon music in the background, or Crash Bandicoot, or something. Or just listen to Brave Fencer Musashi, or I don't know, maybe some new upcoming band. They're like, yes, this is new music, it's awesome. I'm trying to show my support by saying, hey, I think this band is awesome. Obviously, no one's coming here to listen to this rather than going to an actual fucking concert or buying an album. I'm just saying, hey, here's a random video of a crazy guy playing a video game with this music in the background because I'm saying, hey, I like playing this game, I like rambling at this computer, and I like this band, I think they're really awesome, and I like this music enough that I want to listen to it while I play the game. And also, I'm encouraging you to go buy the album and turn the concert because that's a better way of enjoying the music rather than just as a background of a random guy rambling. At no point am I taking ticket sales away from the major band. If all it is random guy playing video game while rambling incoherently about nonsense as he's half fucking asleep, saying, hey, this band is fucking awesome. You should go listen to them too. I'm just saying it's like even singing a karaoke video. At no point am I saying I'm better than the fucking singer. I'm saying they're awesome. And I'm a huge fan of their work. And I'm just trying to say, hey, I really, really like this. And I think it's awesome. And I'm basically just having a fanboy fangasm moment over it. So, as I metaphorically just sort of come all over the screen with my enthusiasm for how much I think, a band is awesome. But everyone's like, okay, well, we made too many hentai jokes at this point. So yeah, yeah, that's our thing. I understand I make lewd jokes. I do. I'm so fucking tired, though. I need to go back to bed. Hour 34 minutes plus of absolute nonsense that no one is even going to come across this video. Let alone, is anyone actually going to listen to this video? Is anyone actually going to give this video a thumbs up? or share this video on their Twitter page or in their playlist. Because I'll say this. If anybody ever wants to share a single video that I've posted in their playlists, go for it. Hell, at one point I wrote a parody song version of Sweet Dreams where I changed every word except for "Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree?" Aside from that, every other word is changed. Completely unique, original song. Though I don't have rights or anything to it, like in regard to, oh no, other people sing my song. I don't care. Actually, it's the opposite of care. I want people to sing it. I want people that are actually good at singing. But then again, even if you can't sing, I want other people to sing the song I wrote. I understand it's cringy as fuck. I even wrote it into the lyrics that I know it's cringy. And I'm absolute shit at singing. But it's called All the Neckos Are Meowing for Head Pats. I want other people to sing that. Like, if you want to say, like, here's the thing. If anybody wants to take any of my videos and just post them, go for it. Go for it. It's not like you're going to get a copyright claim from me. I want you to share my videos. If you want to save my videos in the playlists on your channel, or even if you're a channel that doesn't upload anything, you just make playlists of other stuff, put mine in there. Go for it. I want you to. That'd be awesome. It means you at least watched my video and liked it enough to do that. That's, oh wow, the person actually liked the video. They liked it not only enough to like the video and subscribe, but they actually saved the video in a playlist. They actually shared it to their own private social medias and shit. Wow! That's awesome! I want you to share my videos. I want you to save it in your own private social media stuff. Even if it's like, hey, listen to this cringy bullshit. Whatever. That's who I am. I get it. It's fine. The main thing is I understand in society I can't just go around talking to people like this. Granted, there are times I have tried to. Like, there was one time, well over a decade ago. There was like, it was almost like 15, 16 years ago. Some shit happened and I was like really emotionally upset by it. And for the longest time, I bottled everything the fuck up. I didn't talk to anyone about anything. I was still social and talking to people, but I didn't talk about my feelings about anything. But I was constantly emotionally upset about the stuff, but I just never talked to anyone about it. And then some stuff happened and I wasn't okay. I mean, I didn't do anything bad. I didn't hurt anybody. For example, I had a friend. He worked at a gas station. Usually was alone in the gas station. I went there and sometimes would be there his entire shift. Heck, there's a couple times I'd give him a ride home at that point because he would walk back and forth to work. And a lot of times, when he'd go to his job, I'd be at work myself. I'd get home from work and, well, I didn't have anybody to talk to. And I don't think social media really existed back then. I don't really remember. I'm not even sure Facebook existed back then. YouTube definitely didn't exist, I don't think. Did it? I don't remember. It probably did. I don't know. I need a floating navy, a little chart of timelines, like telling me, this happened here and this site existed then. I don't know if Facebook existed. It probably did. But even then, it's not like Facebook was. It's not like it's stuff like that you don't talk about like that. It's just, I don't know, people use anonymity of the internet to do different things. Some people use it to be cruel, hateful, mean assholes. Other people like me just use it so I can actually talk about my thoughts and feelings. Stuff that I know nobody cares about. I do appreciate that friend who listened to me. I did talk to quite a few friends about stuff but like him, granted, I asked him several times while I was there if I was bothering him, if he wanted me to leave at any point. Because I didn't want to annoy him. I'm sure I was annoying him. He was just being kind. And telling me it was fine. And even telling me that he liked having me there. Though, if that was really true, why does that friend not talk to me anymore? Why do none of my friends talk to me anymore? The funny thing is I probably had the issue of my friends really not talking to me anymore before I even started this channel. I need to be able to talk to people about things. And I can't really talk to people anymore. So I started a YouTube channel where I ramble into the void of space. But either way, I still consider those people my friends. And it's not like they hate me or anything, I just really haven't talked to them in a while. I mean, they have families and personal lives, and many of them live thousands of miles away at this point. I mean, they're extraordinarily busy. So, that's not their fault or anything. I just miss talking to them.